America, with your hosts, Michael and Jacob.
Welcome in. Happy Friday night for those of you in the UK. Happy good morning, Saturday morning for those of you in Australia who might be tuning in. Good afternoon from a Friday. Now it is sunny in El Paso. It was kind of nice and cool this morning. A little cloudy. There's your official weather support with United Spurs of America. How are you doing? Welcome and apologies for the tardiness. It's very rude. I'll be honest. It's very rude of me. So I apologize about that. Wife had me putting together fucking thing to go outside. Anyway, I'm not going to bore you. It was tedious. It wasn't complicated to put together, just tedious. Tedious wrist work. And speaking of tedious wrist work, the wrists have been working this summer for Richarlison, as you know. He's open to a Saudi move is what they're saying today. And then something that really didn't make me smile was the inevitable link to a free player that we would get. We knew it was coming. I have it somewhere, but we're linked with RABIOT. I have the tweet. I'll bring it up obviously later. But how you doing? Welcome to episode 209. I almost started I'm trying to be more efficient, because if I'm more efficient, then I won't have to stream for 2.5 hours and we could just keep the show rolling. But look, do me a favor while you're here. Hit a like, hit a subscribe if you don't mind. If you already have, then you know what the deal is. Just say what's up. Tell me how you doing. Them's the rules. Big up Spurs GCTV. Yo, Jacob and Chewy. Big up Spurs GCTV every single time. Mount Everest Hotspur, the most elevated Tottenham Hotspur fan that there is out there. Hope you're doing well, my friend. I didn't even check my settings. Does my mic sound okay? Normally it's something I try to check before I go live, but you know what? I was running late, so apologies. Big up George, big up Jacob and chat. I'm waiting to see if Destiny's back preseason after his injury. So far, I haven't seen him training with the first team. Now, I'll let y'all in on a secret. That's not really a secret. If you go to the Tottenham Hotspur Twitter, they have a drone shot of training, and I was looking through it to see if I saw a one Mr. Destiny, but I don't think that I did. I'll be real honest. I don't think that I did. Oh, Mikey Moore, what a lad. But big up George. I don't know what's going on with Destiny, so we are going to have to figure out what that left back situation looks like. Maybe it's Van de Veen for the time being and let Dragusin play. I don't know. We'll find out when they come back. I wonder if they come back. I think it's after this week. I think they still got like another 10 days before the Euro final people return, or whatever that is. Big up CRG. Thanks for taking McTominay from us. Well, you know, I ain't really seen anything about that. I've heard that we were interested, but not that we had done anything. I'll be honest. I haven't seen that. So big up to you for being here. Big up Spursicus. I am Spursicus. No, you are Spursicus. George, exactly. Has he signed? I don't know. I don't think that he has. Big up Daniel. Good to see you, Daniel. Hello. Cucci Romero was on the bus. ZX, look, it's been talked about a lot, and he was on the bus, man. I don't know. That makes the propaganda just a little bit less fun. I'll say that much. But big up to you, ZX. I know you're not even a Tottenham fan, but big up for being here anyway. Morning, Jacob. IKEA is a bitch. I don't think it was IKEA. I don't know where she ordered it from, but it wasn't IKEA. But good morning, David. How are you doing? Cobber. Big up Cobber. Spurs fans need to be patient with Richarlison, just like with Son when he isn't on his purple patch. No, thank you. I've been patient enough, my friend. AK's in the house. Big up Jacob. Big up to you, AK. Jetspit's comeback arc. Maybe redemption arc. He's at least put me back into the I'm interested to see where this may go category, rather than the who's gonna buy him. Why didn't we sell him to Genoa? And you know what? Now I might see why we said no to 8 million euros, which was less than we would have gotten for Emerson. Now, based off of 45 minutes alone from Jed Spence, if he could give us 45 minutes of that, that's more than Emerson has given us, in my opinion. So he's worth keeping around if we let Emerson go, in my opinion. Look, the signings and stuff may not be working as well. Also, something about Windows ain't working. This is why I stuck with. God, shit, my hair looks super long. I need to cut it. Sorry, I got distracted as soon as I looked at myself. What was I saying? Jed Spence? Maybe. Hey, maybe. Maybe. It's a question mark. He at least moved himself into the question mark rather than the exclamation mark. I'll put it that way. Hello, Ryan Gloria. Yeah, he was. I don't know what you're talking about. United are looking to sign Rabiot. Please sign him, United. Please, so Spurs don't. Hanzisek, that's a new name. Random question. Do you think Ezri Konsa could play in an Ainge system? Would it suit him? I can't say that I know the ins and outs of Ezri Konsa, but every time we've gone against him, I believe that we've dunked on his head top. So, well, make of that what you will. Does that suit Ezri Konsa? I don't know that we've even... I haven't heard Ezri Konsa and Tottenham linked at all together, to be completely honest. Internet guys here. Richy is trash. Out. Thank you. Richy is being frozen out by Ainge. It's clear. Show him the door. Is it clear? Is he not at training because he's injured? I don't know anymore. It's just he's injured all the time, that it's like when he's around, oh, Richy is healthy. That's very nice. You'll see trash when they replace Richarlison with an absolute bum. Then you'll know what trash is. I mean, to me, I'm in the camp of maybe we look at Will Lancashire. I want to see some more of him. Very limited amount of minutes versus the Hearts. I would like to see what he could do versus QPR, because to see what he could do versus QPR would be a lot different, and a lot better judgment, I think, could be made than versus Midlothian Hearts. All respect to Midlothian Hearts. I just don't think that they're like a real powerhouse there in the Scottish division. Then you'll know. I already read that. Goldbridge back at it again. I don't know what you're talking about there, AK, but big up to you. Hopefully you're enjoying your summer. Last word on Spurs reported 60-70 mil being monitored to offer to Richy. Last word on Jacob says that's what I saw too on per everybody. Confirmed. Richarlison has confirmed to the Saudi Pro League he would be interested in a move, and they're ready to step up their interest in him in the coming weeks, is what this thing says. If that, I mean, some I found on Twitter. Likely probably the same people that are saying the same thing to all the other aggregators. How many times has Richy gone against the club and Ainge regarding injury timelines? More than 3. Yeah, man, I don't know what to say about Richy. Other than I think we could do better. I definitely think we could do better. Is Rabiot's mom still his agent? She's a nightmare. He's not even good enough to warrant like a crazy parent. I mean, I might be a crazy dad. I'm not going to lie. My son or my daughter going to professional sports, I'm going to be that guy. I don't care. I'll admit it right now. I'll be that guy. But anyway, we made our first signing at last, but we're moving too slow. Oh, you're talking about City. You're talking about City there, aren't you? Jed in, Richy out, says DYT. Still got to figure out that striker position. Ramsey incoming, Lo Celso out. I did see that when I was, I don't know what I was doing, probably taking care of the kids or something. And I did see that, but I also saw this. Did y'all see this an hour ago? Former FC Bayern head of academy scouting, Max Legaith, has joined Tottenham as first-team scout. Spurs are trying to build a world-class scouting inside. I just saw this. I literally opened Twitter, and that's the first thing I saw. It's that. I don't know. I did see that, though. Lo Celso and like 18 million for Ramsey. I mean, I'm all for getting Lo Celso out the door. I'll be completely honest. Here you go. This guy. Y'all ever heard of this guy? Never heard of this guy. I don't know who that is. But big up El Tel Cocarel. Besides Ezzy, who would be your top priority to sign this summer, realistically? Besides Ezzy, Ivan Toney. I've heard that the price tag is 50 mil. If that's what we're attempting to spend on, what allegedly we are attempting to spend on a Santiago Jimenez, obviously Gyrokitis is Gyro Kid, the guy from Sporting, the Swedish striker who his last name is spelt like you would think he's Greek or something. I don't know. I don't know this guy. He played for Coventry. Can't say that I watched Coventry when he played there. I'll be real honest. But for the kind of money that him and Santiago Jimenez are rumored to be, I'd much rather spend that 50 on a striker I know who can score in the Premier League. I know who can match the physicality in the Premier League. For me, Ivan Toney's a no-brainer. So you give me Toney, you give me Ezzy, and we got Archie Gray. You give me Toney, Ezzy, and then we just lock up a defender or a fullback, excuse me. I think we'd be cooking. We do need a fullback. Let's not forget, we are one injury away on the left and the right from a fucking Emerson, a Ben Davies. These are not the names I want to be saying that are going to be coming onto the pitch if we do have an injury suspension. Those things are kind of inevitable. So we do need a squad and not filled with Ben Davies and Emerson Royals, I'll be honest. Hasn't Rabiot knocked Spurs back 3 times previously? Don't want him at all if that's the case. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, transfer rumors aren't what they are now. They used to be something completely different. His willingness to go to Saudi Arabia, if true, says all about his mentality. I mean, Moussa Diaby from Aston Villa is rumored to be going to Al Ittihad for 55 mil. And honestly, I would have spent 55 mil on him. That's about what they spent last year. But that also, brings into question the same thing about the mentality. In that regard, because if you think about it, Moussa Diaby played 1 season in the Premier League and is like, sure, I'll take a payday to go to Saudi Arabia. I don't know. To me, that doesn't really scream that he's trying to chase the glory and go play Champions League with the club that he did get Champions League. I don't know. But Richarlison, Saudi Arabia is a realistic destination for us from a Spurs perspective, regardless of all the player mentality and that shit. From a club perspective, from our perspective, getting Richarlison off to Saudi, to me, that is the only place I think that would spend close to what we spent on Richarlison. When you think about the 60 mil that we spent, was it 2 years ago now? Oh, the 2 years just fly by when you're having fun, right? But if you think about that, I don't know any other Premier League club that would be like, yeah, 60 mil for Richarlison right now. I don't think any other would. But Saudi Arabia's got that kind of money. Why not bring in Brazil's number 9, huh? I mean, I know Brazil got bounced out to Copa because he wasn't there, but that's a good selling point. You see, I could sell this man for him if we need help. Tottenham, if you need help selling Richarlison, I can go sell Richarlison to Saudi Arabia. Trust me. Just fly me out and wine and dine me, baby. Talk to me nicely. It's Hearts of Midlothian, not Midlothian Hearts. Big up Adam Phillip. Hearts of Midlothian. I would say the Hearts of Midlothians are in the Midlothians' hearts, if that makes sense to you, Adam Phillip. It doesn't to me, but it's all sounds like the same kind of gravy at the end of the day. Big up everybody. Big up David Shear. Richie out. Tony David in. I don't want David. Donovan, I know you might be biased a little bit, and you do want David. I personally don't want Jonathan David. Give me Tony over David. David comes along with those question marks, those same question marks we have about Santiago Jimenez, Gyro Kikos, whatever his name was. God, that name really throws me off. Hey, big up Side Dancer, remember, for 9 months. That's a whole YouTube baby right there. Big up Jacob, hope you and the family are blessed. Big up Side Dancer, thank you for being sponsor of the channel for 9 whole months. Can I get some balloons in the house? Let me see if I can get some balloons. There we go. Hey, balloon. Yeah, balloon. Oh, Chewy's here. Did I mention that Chewy was here? Big upside dancer. I don't know why I wanted to tell you that. I guess I saw a child in your photo, and I was like, kids like dogs and kids. Big up, man. Appreciate the support, man. That's a long time. That's a long time. I've had a lot of relationships last a lot less time than 9 months. So that means something to me, man. I was actually trying to see if I could find a good clip other than that shit. That's what I'm talking about. But here you go, side answer.
That's what I'm talking about. This shit means something to me, man.
This shit definitely means something to me too. So big up, Side Dance. Appreciate that. Sell Richy, get Giro Keys or Alvarez. Internet guy Alvarez, I don't really. Why is he so ass for Argentina? They make it real easy for him, and he's not good. He just wasn't. Every time I watch him, it was very frustrating to watch him. I'll be real honest. Hey, another YouTube baby. Damn, we out here populating the world. Australia, Side Dancer, I believe, is in the UK somewhere. It's Simon, let me know. Trust in our youth, bring in some quality. Big up David Shear. I think you sprinkle a little bit of Premier League talent with a little bit of youth, little Mikey Moore. I think about a front three: Son, Tony, and Mikey Moore. That's a front three that I think I could have a lot of fun with, in my personal opinion. Big up David Shear, big up Side Dancer, two big supporters of the channel here. Appreciate that, buddy. Here, let me get you some balloons. I got some balloons for the other baby. Here's a, there you go. You get Chewy and balloons. How about that? Where is Eze, bro? Why are we so dumb? We're waiting for the Euros to end, but they have ended. So, you know, it's funny. United are now working on another deal for Ugarte, and they've already just signed another guy. Now, granted, Lenny Yoro wasn't at the Euros or any competition like that, to my knowledge, so it probably would be easier to get him done. But as he was away all the way to the final, but who knows? Honestly, well, who knows where the fuck he is? Probably vacationing somewhere like Dragusin is. Tired from 2 matches tonight in total, 27,000 steps for the day. I'm gonna relax. Oh, I thought you were talking about something else. Richy plus 40 for Alvarez, no problem. Ain't no way. There's no way. I would do it, even though I don't really rate Alvarez like that, but I would do it. I'm be real honest, internet guy. I would do that. 40 mil for Alvarez, and we get Richarlison out. That sounds like a good deal. Why not? The games I've seen him for Coventry, he was shit. Yeah. Again, I don't know him that well. It's a gamble, and that's the main point with it at the end of the day. Adam Phillip and whoever else was talking to me about. We used to talk about Santiago Jimenez. Notice how that shit died as soon as he got linked to the MLS. It's crazy because last October they were saying that Santiago Jimenez was around $100 million of value. So that's crazy to me that in less than 12 months you can go from 100 million to MLS links. That's kind of crazy. You would wonder what happened there. But look, huge question mark, even though I like the profile of striker of Jimenez. Girokis, you know, Girokis, God damn, his name just, Victor? Should I call him Victor? The problem with Victor is it's the same question mark. Now, I don't know how I feel about his profile in regards to, but hey, a lot more people have watched him and rated him, so I would trust their opinions more than mine in regards to Victor. So again, give me that Premier League talent like Ivan Toney. We know that dude can score in the Premier League. Again, that's what I keep going back to. You get that, then you bring along Will Lancashire underneath. Why not? Let Tony teach Will how to run things, not in the betting world, but just like on the pitch. Oh, excuse me. Talking too much. This is the problem when you don't have a guest. You got to do all the talking. Tony wants to join Man United. Yeah, I'm sure he does. But they just bought another striker. They have Højlund and they have Xerxes. And then they just bought a young center back. So they're buying for, you know, the immediate future and some future. You know, Lenny Yoro, that'll be interesting to see if that guy even plays this year in the Premier League. I'd rather keep Richy than buy Tony and potentially buy Jonathan David to compete with Richy. Now, if we bought Jonathan David and Richy, I just feel like neither one will do the job. Honestly, I feel like neither one would do the job for me, but that's just me. I don't want Tony. A lot of people don't want Tony. That's okay. That's okay. From a cynical view, when there's nothing to report, the media will regurgitate old news, i.e. Saudi to Richy to Saudi. Yeah, maybe that's true. Richy's a drama queen. I'm over him, says David. Bro, Brennan is so clear of Diaby, it's insane. I don't know why you use hate your own and rate other bums. Bro, Brennan Johnson did not look good in that preseason game, the diddler. He had that goal, but I don't think that was because of him, in my opinion. Brennan Johnson looked like the same Brennan Johnson. He does not look like he's improved at all. I'll be honest. Maybe he's rusty. Maybe I'm being harsh. Sonny didn't look good. He had one good moment, but that was it. Just everyone maybe is rusty, if that's what we're saying. I don't know. But Brennan Johnson, to me, he just doesn't. He just, when he crosses it, it just fucking flew into nowhere. He shoots it, it's fucking flew into nowhere. It's blocked. He just, I just don't know what he does that really, like, I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, Brennan, do that thing, you know? Like, I know what you do, man. You do that shit well. Do that thing again. And it's like, what is it? What is the thing or things? Like Son, I could go on for hours. If we're talking strictly about forwards, but in all positions, there's really good players like Romero. I can go on and on about Romero's on the pitch stuff. Don't talk to me about the bus. Players like that, Destiny, same thing. Van de Veen, same thing. Selling Richy is not our biggest problem at the moment, but if it means getting all the cash back and we can use Openda, then I'll be, hey, Openda's a talent. I like, again, but a question mark. This goes back to the reoccurring shit. This goes back to the reoccurring theme. This damn chair. Oh, look, Fabrizio just tweeted. For Adrian Rabiot, dreams of Premier League football, his priority as free agent. Rabiot also has proposals from other leagues, but still waiting for Premier League clubs. Liverpool are not working on deal to sign Rabiot. That literally just got tweeted right now. We're talking about Rabiot. Rabiot. Let me find this motherfucking tweet. Hang on. They've agreed on personal terms with Ugarte. I hope we're really cooking and it's just behind the scenes. I don't know if that's the case, but I hope it is. Rabiot. Are we saying Rabbi no? I'm saying Rabbi no. No, thank you. I don't know. Thing about Davis is he costs 25-30 mil. I guess that's not bad. I still say sell Richy, bring in a striker. Even if you bring Jonathan David in, I guess you got to get another striker. That's fine. It's okay. Levy doesn't gamble. Queen's Park of Midlothian Rangers will have to be on their game. The Queen's Park, you know, when we get into the Queen's Park Rangers preview, somebody remind me to bring up my anecdote. Tony over David. David's the Iceman, Jacob. Yeah, I don't know if that's a good thing, Iceman. Twins, Jacob. I don't know what that means. Gyro has just as many question marks as David, even more for the price. Yep, the question marks, man. Tony, the only question marks is can he not gamble, I guess. And then the alleged attitude problems. I don't know that this man has attitude problems. I don't know him personally, but I'm saying that media can often misconstrue characters. And we know that to be true throughout the history of time. So to judge Ivan Toney's character based off of what media has told us, I would say is a very bad assumption. Unless it's like a crime or something. And, you know, the betting thing, I guess, is a crime, you know, since he played or whatever. So that, judge him on that. But I say all the other stuff. I mean, maybe I guess he did also say fuck Brentford because some chick in a bikini was like, say fuck Brentford. And he was like, fuck Brentford. But, I mean, besides that, Openda has a question mark, but I do like Openda. I would take an Openda. It's crazy that Openda didn't get any starts. They kept starting Lukaku. Miss after miss after miss. Lukaku. Yeah, and we were crazy for Orban as well. I did like Orban as well. Yeah, I did. I did like Orban. I was crazy. Gift Orban. Now he's in the freaking Uber Eats league. Which is the same league, admittedly, I guess to your point, David Shear, the same league that Jonathan David scores goals in. They always say he scores all these goals, and then I like go look, and it's always less than what everyone says. But Valise, Lancashire, plus an experience. I'm gonna be real honest. I'm taking Lancashire above Valise and Scarlett at this moment. If we can only keep one of the kids as striker, I'm keeping Lancashire personally. I'll be real honest. Lancashire to me fits all the fuck. He crosses so many boxes. Just let me watch the young man cook, please. I hope the reason he got 22 minutes or whatever is because he's going to get a fucking start. Please, Ainge, hear my prayers. Hear my pleas. Let me see Lancashire get the start. 45 minutes of Will Lancashire in the first team, please. Son, Lancashire, Moore. Like, oh, that reminds me. There's a poll. There's a poll. What do you want Spurs to do tomorrow versus QPR? 59% out of 40-some votes mix it up with the kids and the first team is exactly how I feel. 24% say start all the kids and Sonny. You know, basically what we had in the second half minus Timo Werner plus Sonny was the first answer. And about 25% of y'all agree with that. 15% say same thing as last match with the lineup. 2% says looking forward to it finishing. There's my Scott M answer in the poll. So if you do feel like Scott M, you don't get joy out of our preseason matches, don't you worry. There's your option. I try to make sure all colors of the rainbow, all shades of the spectrum are shown. For me, y'all always be picking. Yeah, I feel like y'all know exactly what my feelings are, and that's what y'all pick, is the one that I would pick. Which is, I want to mix it up with the kids in the first team. I want to sprinkle and sprinkle. So I want to see Archie Gray, Lucas Bergvall, Lancashire, and Moore. So that's Archie Gray, Lucas, Lancashire, Moore. That's 4, maybe even Calvin Phillips, because he's actually a center back. You know, it'd be nice to play a center back. So 5 changes to the line. Is that too much to ask? 5 changes to the lineup. So maybe I'll pull up a fucking lineup builder and we'll actually do that whenever we talk about the whole lineup builder thing. What, do I have it? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. They changed their... Oh, and am I lagging? Am I super behind in the chat? Hang on, what time does that say? No, I'm not that behind. Bro says I forgot about Valise. That's crazy. R.I.P. Valise. Trust me, David Openda is the perfect one for Ange system. I do like it. Why does no one else run into the box and beat center backs if it's nothing? Brendan, the only one that runs it. Timo does it too. The wingers do it. It's Timo and Brendan that do that. They both just run into that box, and that's good, I guess. We're not going to spend that 50 mil straight up on a release fee for Ezzy. I wish we would. Brendan Johnson had how many GAs last year? Johnson will be fine. I hope you're right. I hope y'all are right, and I'm just wrong. But Brendan Johnson didn't look good. His crosses, it's just how many times does it take for our forward line, our starting forward line, David? How many times does it take for us to build up play until we actually get a Brendan Johnson to score? Because for me, it took about 45 minutes. Or what minute was it that we scored? Because it was just like bad cross into the nowhere, bad cross, bad shot. Not all Brendan Johnson, but a lot of the other people too. Just bad cross into the nothingness, shot into the nothingness. Here's Maynard Solomon's cross into the fucking nobody. Son pass into nobody. And it's just like, that kept happening over and over and over until, and this is versus the Hearts of Midlothian, not even the Midlothian Hearts, the Hearts of Midlothian, David Shearer. So I'm concerned for that, how bad our first team looked, I'll be honest. And Brendan, in the forward line specifically. Now the center back shit, Oliver Skip and Archie Gray out there, I'll be honest, doesn't really worry me as much because we know what we're going to get when Romero and Van de Veen come back on it. So the left back with Jamie Donnelly's weird question mark, I'm sure he's just doing whatever Ainge wants him to do because he's being a team player like Archie Gray is. Maynard Solomon cannot be anywhere near this first team in my opinion. Not good enough, just nothing. He is a huge nothingness. Son, I don't want to see Son as a striker anymore. I already said that I flip-flopped on it. I don't want to see Son as a striker anymore. I want to see Son as our left winger. You bring in a striker or give for QPR specifically, I want Lancashire and Moore in the front line. And then in the midfield, I'm putting Archie Gray, Lucas Bergvall, and James Madison. Or Kulu. Take your pick. Whichever one wants to run that 10. Because it seems to me this box-to-box 8 thing that is always mentioned, that's what the two midfielders are doing. So with Yves Bissouma, Papa Matasar, James Madison was doing it too. I I just kind of think that he's asking two of the midfielders to play completely box-to-box eights while also occupying the sixth position when they need to drop back in between. I saw Bissouma dropping in between Archie Gray and Skip at times. Even Kulu, Madison dropping deep into those positions. So really, to me, I want to just shake it up. Shake that thing on up, baby. Fuck it. Put Archie Gray at left back. Why not? Yeah. We'll build a lineup. We'll talk about it. I'm a little concerned with Brennan Johnson because all the crosses into the box, the shots were not good, David. They reminded me of last year and how just the same frustrations when I watch Brennan Johnson. Oh, Brennan Johnson got the ball. Oh, beautiful build-up play. Oh, here's Brennan Johnson. Oh, and he shoots it. Oh, he's going to cross it here. Oh, he's going to shoot. Oh, I just kept doing that over and over and over. And eventually he got one to go. And it's just like, yay, I guess. Yeah, I was happy, obviously, when we score. But I was more impressed with the build-up play between Kulusevski and James Madison than I was with the tap-in from Brennan Johnson. Again, the GA, I think, a little bit overshadow necessarily the lack of quality sometimes that Brennan Johnson has going forward. Because, to me, he just bangs on the door over and over and over, and it just sometimes doesn't, the door's just not opening. Really excited about Lancashire. The lad has loads of potential. Big up Sidanza. He does have loads of potential. I really like that. Stay well clear of Rabiot. You tell them. I don't want no Rabiot. Spurs links only scrubs. Big up Mo. Oh, no. Yeah. You know what? When I read this comment, it's just...
I thought, you fucker. But you clever fucker.
You clever fucker, man. You clever fucker. Would you take Rabiot? No, thank you, Charlie Moondog. Rabiot's a big no thank you for me. The attitude briefing came from Arsenal's side. Arsenal PR is elite. I don't know what that means, but it doesn't sound good. I don't believe the whole attitude thing. Typically, when grumpy old white men give their opinions on young men, especially young men of color, sometimes there's different motivations, right? Lamb Eatos with garlic sauce will suffice. Lancashire can have my girlfriend. Whoa, Angelo Tyro. First of all, give me the lamb Eatos with garlic sauce. Yes, please. Lancashire is too young to be anywhere near my family. I'll put it that way. So don't come near my wife. He can't have my girlfriend. No. I don't even have a girlfriend, but my wife. Rabiot knocked Spurs back 3 times. So fuck the guy then. Fuck that dude. Rabiot hair is both too short and too long. Yeah, it was kind of ugly, right? That photo that Fabrizio showed, like, bro, he looks like he's got that. Was it Wednesday Addams who's got that like little short? Or no, y'all watch Bob's Burgers. Bob's Burgers. It's a cartoon. You probably don't heard of it It's an American sitcom. There we go. This is the hair he got. Tina, I think is her name. Yeah, Tina Belcher. Y'all see this? Hang on, let me go to images. It's trying to play this fucking video. Where's Tina? There she is. You see that? You see that hair? Man, I can't see that. Hang on. Bro, Rabiot's got the same barber. Or no, the mom. That's probably a better one right there. Look at it. All right, so there, and then there. And then there. And there. What do y'all think? Bro, I think they got the same barber. I ain't gonna lie. There you go. Big up Rabiot. That's crazy. Hey, big up Cursor. Good to see you in the house. Big up, bro. Do you want Gallagher if you really are linked with him? Any update on Kubo? I haven't heard anything about Kubo. I was actually thinking about that 2 days ago. The fact that there hasn't been anything on the Kubo since the initial links, and I put him in a fucking thumbnail and everything. That whole video I did just seems like a big waste of time if it wasn't for the memories we shared with you and the beautiful chatters. But all the people, I guess Archie Gray was on that thumbnail, and we did secure that. So I haven't heard anything about Kubo. That doesn't mean it's not happening, because I haven't heard about it. I'm not the most privy to the I'm not at the fucking soirees that these agents are at, so I'm not on any inside info. But from what I've seen on Twitter and YouTube and shit, no. Gallagher has been coming back and forth, and I think that is what happens whenever there's slow news. Gallagher links with Tottenham. They love doing that. For some reason, they keep saying that we should do it. To me, no thank you. If we have a position in the midfield that's open, whether it be starting or rotationally, I'd rather Archie Gray fulfill that than a Gallagher, in my opinion. Project Youth, bro. These kids, man, let the kids eat, bro. The kids are fucking hungry, dog. Valise finishing is terrible. His finishing, his composure, his ball control, his first touch, I don't like a lot of it. He's got a nice frame. Like his frame for a striker is decent. It's just all the other shit as a striker that is not so decent. So I'm not real hype on Valise. The finish from Lancashire, bro, that is a striker's finish. Valise ain't ever turned and shot like that. And I know it's Heart's a Midlothian keeper here, but let's be honest. Richarlison doesn't even turn and shoot like that. Good evening, Jacob. David is not an upgrade on Richie. Tony has a tendency to want to play like Kane with less effectiveness, but at this moment, Will Lancashire will be our top player. Big up Wilton, I hope so. He better get the start. Smash the likes. Come on. That's a friendly reminder. Hit the like button if you don't mind. Or don't. You know, you don't have to. It's just like you can if you want kind of thing. Because really, you can if you want, but you don't have to. Just like the other day when that person was in my chat, like, can you talk about this or that? No, I'll just talk about what I talk about. You don't like the tangent, then that's just going to have to be what it is, isn't it? I saw this as well. Shout out George, if you know George. So Crystal Palace are bidding for Emile Smith-Rowe from Arsenal. Full amount of proposal rejected by Arsenal this week, and Palace are now set to try. Oliver Glasner really want him. Now, George said, I smell an Eze replacement. Does that mean the Eze talks are being accelerated? We won't ever know as a Tottenham fans, I think, until motherfuckers holding the shirt. So just another more conspiracy to add to the theories here, I suppose. Terrific Timo and brilliant Brenham. Give him some love. I mean, I was just checking my watch earlier, Angelo. You know what time it said? That's right, baby. It is Timo time. It is 110% Timo time, baby. That's really tough. Hey, big up David Shear, man. Subscribe, get Jacob to 5K. We are close, man. We are very close. Less than 500, I believe it is. Less than 500, 400 and some. So 400 and some subscribers, and we'll hit 5K. That's halfway to 10K. That's kind of crazy when you think about it. I need to do more YouTube, and then the subs will go up more. Because when I was doing regular content, the subs were going up every single day. And whenever I take a couple days off, the channel lets me know because there's no subs. So subscribe if you want to. You can dance if you want to. Spurs should come in for Enzo. No, thank you. If not, then he should be loaned to Strasbourg. I know La Liga. I mean, bro, I don't really want to talk about Enzo, if I'm honest. That whole situation is crazy. Play a youngster at left back, please. What youngster? Archie Gray? I'm saying Archie Gray. Oh, shit. I'm super far behind in the chat now because I was ranting. Openda, talk to me. Bergvall's a baller. New Pirlo. Talk to me nicely, Angelo. Sweet pup in the background. Big up, Corbin. Hey. Corbin. In the house. That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my... Good to see you in the house. I was looking to see if I had a clip for you that was naturally a segue and would be funny at the same time. But no, I don't. But big up, Corbin. Good to see you in the house. Let me mod you up real quick. How far behind am I? 13? 10 minutes? Where's Corbin? I'm going to give him a moderator. Just because this guy is the guy that helped me get an internship that effectively changed my life. So, big up to him over there at the Dallas Cowboys. He probably didn't want me to tell everyone that, but he did. He helped me do that. Big up. How's it going, Jacob? Big up Phil Coy's in the house. Phil, how you doing, my G? Big up to you. Hope you're doing well. Son has more goals as a striker, not a winger. He has to play as a striker. He ain't getting chances to strike the ball out on the wings. PC Matt, I just think he disappears a little bit as a striker. It's not his thing to take contact when he receives the ball and like turn into contact and like work in the box. He just doesn't have that frame. He gets bodied. And it's natural that would happen. He's not big enough. His thing is like runs in behind, cutting in, and shooting from outside the damn box. Right inside the box is where I want Sonny shooting. I don't want him laying the ball off for Brennan Johnson and Timo Werner to shoot. That sounds like fucking ass. I'll be honest. Excuse my French. But Sonny, I'd rather have him doing the positions to receive the ball, to do the assist, or just shoot it. Be selfish. I want Son to be selfish. I want him to just, when he gets that ball, do what you want. Stop trying to involve everybody because he's the best player on the pitch, bar none. So he just needs to just be that guy. And that's what I worry about the captaincy. I worry a little bit that the captaincy is, he's sharing the sugar too much. Bro, just take the sugar. Pour the sugar, man. You are the sugar. Son is being forced to play striker because Richie's always injured and we won't buy a proper striker, says all the sips. All of the sips, not just one sip. That's a fun name. Jacob, it's sad to see Australian fans getting attacked in the chat just because we have high hopes from Ainge. Big up Aussie Matt. Who? What chat? I haven't seen it in my chat. I haven't seen anyone being mean to Australians, but I mean, do I need to play the Ainge clip to let everyone know how I feel? I mean, it's like a 20-some clip, 20-some seconds clip. Aussie Matt. This is the first time I've actually seen this name in the chat. I don't know if you've changed your name and you've been here before, but big up, Matt. Good morning to you in Australia. Australia is the number 2 demographic on this channel, so I think you'll find yourself being right at home here. More Australians tune in than Americans, that's me. I'm American, so there you go. Brennan didn't have a preseason. This is his preseason now. Can you do the Brennan Johnson build and fail commentary in the Peter Griffin from Family Guy voice? No, I don't think that I could. Make sure you do the same when Son stinks out the gaff every touch. I did say that, didn't I? Or no? We never stop. Plan A or Plan A better, dogs. I'm fine with that. I have no problem. Be better at it. And again, some of the matches where people were like, oh, I would have done subs at this time, or I should have done subs at this time. He should have subbed at this. To me, as a parent, sometimes you got to let those kids struggle a little bit in order to learn how to do something. My son trying to get something from under the couch. If I get it from under the couch for him every time, how's he going to be able to get it out from under the couch whenever daddy no longer there? It's the same thing with Ainge, in my opinion. That's why he's not just constantly yelling at players. And when he was yelling at players was when he was losing his shit because we were in a slump and everyone was being poo-poo. Son can score even more from the wing if he can link up with a striker. Yes, all the sips. Yes. Imagine a Tony distributing the ball with Son, much like a Kane did. Like, Tony's the closest thing we could get to a Kane. I swear. I promise that is just how I see it. I've always felt that way for years, that Tony is the closest thing to Kane in regards to like how a striker plays. And we saw how good that works for Son. No shade, Jacob, but I think sometimes people downplay the fox in the box type player. It's easy and simple, but it's actually not the way Ainge likes to set up and play. And when we do it so many times, it's more likely to get in. I don't know why you say no shade to me. I wouldn't have taken this personally in any way. But is this in response to Jonathan David? Because I'm super far behind. I'm going to try and catch up in the chat, actually. RABIOT looks like he wants to speak with the manager. That's a good one, Adam. The way Son scored against Liverpool. Richie up top. Hi, all. 9:20 in the morning. Peter, how you doing? Excuse me. How you doing, Peter? Peter. Peter. As an Arsenal fan, Wobojog. Big up Wobojog. As an Arsenal fan, if you say you're going to be a raccoon and then other and go through other players' trash, pick the nice mansions, go to the Madrids of clubs, not these Italian 7-Elevens. Worked well for us, Ozil, Odegaard. We did that a couple times. Emerson came from Barcelona. Reguilon came from Real Madrid. We've done that, and it's not worked because they give us the worst of the worst. They really did. Christian Romero, yeah, don't want to talk about that. Hello, second wheel. Yeah, I don't really want to talk about that, I'll be honest. Because again, I talked about it in ad nauseum on another episode. I think it was 208 or 207. You can check it out if you want to see what my opinion is. But to sum it all up, do not put any weight in my opinion, because I'm not the one who should be talking about that kind of thing. I'm a fucking white guy from America. What is my opinion to, like, it's just, yeah, man. Anyway. It's never Timo time. What do you mean it's never Timo time? It's always Timo time. Hey, big up a user with the super chat says, here, Richy open for Saudi move. I can drop him at the airport. Big up a user for being a sponsor tonight of the show. Big up to you, my friend. Good to see you in the house. I appreciate that very, very much. Thank you so much, a user, for dropping a £2 super chat. I hear he is open for a move. And you know what? I'm just fine with it. Again, I'll take 60 mil, exactly what we paid, and then we just reinvest that into a proper striker. Like a Tony. He's a proper striker, in my opinion. He can be molded into the right kind of guy. Hey, David, what's the weather like in Esperance? I don't know where that is. Hey, Jacob, are we getting any FIFA content soon? OP Gob. Big up OP Gog. I think Gob. Excuse me. That's a funny name. I think this is the first time I've seen you in the chat. I'm going to say yes, very soon. It's just I have to buy an adapter for my PS4 camera, or I have to buy a whole nother camera because of the PlayStation 5. Or I got to stream that when I'm playing with like Staffy, because he can share it to a StreamYard and we can stream it that way. So, but yes, soon. I hope so. Hey, big up a user, another super chat here. It says, hey, Jacob, best wishes to you, family, and Chewy. You hear that, Chewy? You hear that, Chewy? Chewy, do you hear that? He doesn't hear it, but I'll make sure he knows that you send his love, that you send your love. Big up a user. Doubling up on your sponsorship there. Look, over 80 people. I think there was a raid from the bridge. Big up. Ahmed with the bridge. Big up Ahmed, man. Thank you for that raid. Big up everyone coming over from the bridge. Used to be the bridge 258. Trust me, that's how long I've known that channel. So if he sent you over here, he trusts where he sent you. He wouldn't send you over here for no good reason. Even if you don't like Tottenham, you like making fun of Tottenham, this is still a safe place for you to talk your talk, because plenty of Tottenham fans don't like Tottenham in the chat. So there you go. You'll feel right at home. But then there's also people who do love Tottenham, like me. And that's why I'm on this screen right now. I see Cult Leader is in complete meltdown on Twitter. I don't know who you're referring to. Probably a truth speaker. Probably one of those people who, I always speak the truth. No, I speak the truth. No, I speak the truth. Trevor Griggs, Jacob. Hello, Trevor. Matt is talking about a chat on another channel, Time Added On. Big up Alan with Time Added On. I don't know what Matt was talking about. The abuse in the chat. Oh, is Alan still live? I was watching a little bit of that, but I had to leave, obviously, because my wife needed me. No, he's not still on. Big up Time Added On for not the raid. But big up for just, I guess, existing. But that sucks that you were getting abused there in the chat. That's unfortunate. You know, some channels be popping like that, I guess. You know what's crazy though, Jacob? Even before all the madness, I've never seen anyone or rivals even state that they want Enzo at their club, that we overpaid, and he's even Prem level. You're ranting still about Enzo. I can see you're not happy still, but big up Cursor, my G. I hope you're blessed. I hope your little one's blessed and y'all are loving life. Living for Christ, just coming from Man United stream, they were comparing Johnson's and Garnacho. Brennan Johnson and Garnacho comparisons. This is where we're at right now as a club. All right. Tony's wages aren't even high. I think he is on 30K, 36K a week. I think he has a year left on his contract, so you will be looking to rework that. He'll probably get somewhere around 100,000, which isn't bad considering all of the fucking deadwood we've gotten rid of, Cursor. Like, Tottenham's gotten rid of Ndombele, Sanchez, Dyer, Hugo Lloris, Harry Kane, Ivan Perisic. Ryan Sessegnon was making 75 or 80, 90 a week. It was something crazy. Big up Kenty. Hello, Kenty. I do want us to go out and buy a Proven Striker 2. You grow in failure. Yes, we do. This is in all caps. Real serious. Peter. Scott M., I said it before. Ainge took a bunch of Aussie misfits to a World Cup, turned heads in England at the Euros. A team worth 1.5 billion played like a bunch of losers. So this reflects the quality. Nice. Of the Premier League. Questions must be asked. I do agree with that. Big up the bridge again for that raid. Hey, if you're still here, make sure you drop your link so everyone can subscribe. Make sure you subscribe, guys. We content creators, we got to support each other. If we don't have each other's back, no one will. Because the chat, the chat will turn on you real quick. So the Premier League isn't as good as you think, says Peter. That could be true. Questions must be asked. Hey, big up David over here from the Ahmed raid. Chelsea clears Spurs. You just hit the reset button on the controller, or excuse me, not the controller. You hit the reset button on the game console. So it's like you have to start over again. But who knows? I'm really interested to see how Maresca works out. I don't know enough about Maresca to really say my opinion on him. I got to see. I'll see whenever y'all start playing. Big up Second Wheel. Son, Tony Moore. That should be our attack this season. Talk to me nicely every single time. Now would talk to me. Son, Tony, Mikey Moore. Come on. Yeah, speaking of Mikey Moore, I do have a tweet saved that apparently Chelsea and another Premier League club both offered. Here you go. I'll make it larger so everyone can see. Chelsea and another Premier League club. So two Premier League clubs both offered 8 figures. So that's, 10 million, between 10 million and 99 million. Those are both 8-figure numbers. So anywhere, use your imagination. Tottenham are extremely keen to fast track Moore and another player into the first team this season. I hope this photo indicates the other player that we're talking about. That's Will Lancashire. The dude's a fucking unit, and he can score like an actual striker. Reminds me of a Harold Kane in the sense of the way his feet and boots work inside the box. The run, the way he timed one of his runs too, just beautifully timed. Bigger Brand Gloria. Guys, if you aren't super chatting, at least like the video. Come on, Wabajog. This is an Arsenal fan in a Tottenham Hotspur chat saying, guys, you don't have to donate money to the channel. If you ain't got money to donate to the channel, you can just fucking like the video. It's free. Come on now. Big up. Over 100 people here on the YouTube. I didn't even tweet that I was live. That's about 12 Twitter bots that will come over and maybe hit a like and subscribe. Let me tweet this now. Here, y'all want to see what I'm doing live? I'll show y'all. Live now, y'all. Come on, hit a like. Hashtag Coys. There you go. Boom, tweeted. Done. But anyway. Look at this. Big up Wabajog. In here as an Arsenal fan, but still telling people to like the video. I don't like Tottenham, says George. Why don't you like Tottenham? You have Archie Gray. I almost said Alfie Gray. You have Archie Gray as your photo. What do you mean? Yes, the truth. I am the truth. I want to find like a fun clip of someone doing like no, I'm telling the truth. No, I'm telling the truth. Because honestly, when anyone says, I'm the only one who says X, Y, and Z, this is my genuine reaction.
Am I dreaming? Yo! What's the point, man? Even I can't even take even the guitar cannot help me. Fucking hell. Even the guitar, wallah, I can't even. Wallah, I can't even the guitar.
Even the guitar, man. Even the guitar. I like the idea of Tottenham, just not the reality. There you go, Scott. There you go. He likes the idea of what Tottenham could be, but just there you go. Truly must be so hard to have this kind of stuff make them so upset. What kind of stuff that I call? Apparently, people aren't allowed to hype up the kids. Apparently, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Nothing wrong with people who speak truth. See, that's my genuine reaction when you say speak truth. Scott, do I speak truth? Like, I feel like I speak truth, but some of my truth directly contradicts other people's truth. So then what is the truth? Scott, I genuinely want to know, because it's just such a confusing notion when someone's like, I've got the truth right here. And it's like, to me, yeah, here's what it looks like to me. Like, that's what it looks like when people are like,
Big man,
I speak truth.
Yep.
Like, yeah, you do. You really did hit that thing, but the points weren't really rising. So it's like, I don't know. I really don't. Bayern FC, hello. TBV. I don't know what that stands for. Terry Banking. I don't know. Must be a tough road. Hey, sometimes the road can get bumpy before it gets smooth, baby. Michael, Chelsea FC. Big up, Jacob, Chelsea fan, part of the Ahmed Raid. First time on your channel, mate. Big up, Michael. I don't even know why I fucking fucked up your name. But you did fun note for you here, Michael, Chelsea FC. I started this channel with a Spurs fan, and his name is Michael. So in the intro and the outro song, it says United Spurs of America with Michael and Jacob. And everyone's like, who's Michael? Because he's not a part of the channel anymore. He just can't stream anymore. He doesn't want to. And so I just, fuck it. Keep his name in there. Who cares? Michael's still a part of the channel. He's part of my heart. I mean, we still share a Spurs Play account. If that's not love, then what is love? But big up, man. Oh, did we get another raid from the Bayern view? Big up. Hey, big up, man. I thought we were texting, or we were messaging last season about linking up and doing some cross content. Let me see if I see your name in the chat. Mod you up real quick, Bayern view. But big up, man. Good to see you in the house. Hello. Yeah, I'm super far behind. Bo Ford, big ups here from the Bayern view to support. Mia San Mia. I know that is the Bayern Munich thing. I actually don't know what that translates to. I took German in high school, so I could sing you happy birthday in German if you want to. Let me know if y'all want me to. I will. Eltian Veseli. Eltian Veseli. Yo, I just fucked up your last name. Sorry, buddy. But big up Eltion. I almost called you Elton, like Elton John, but it's Eltion. Eltion. Big up to you. Hey, big up everyone. It sounds like y'all came over from the Bayern view. Rajak came on over from the Bayern view. I've actually seen this name in a lot of people's chats, so hello, good to see you in the house. Yap, same thing. Good to see. Hey, these are familiar faces from other channels, and y'all here supporting. Man, come on now. Talk to me nicely. Must be 99 million. That's what I'm saying. 3 figures. They didn't specify how big or how large excuse me, not 3 figures. 8 figure. 8. Come on now. Let's see. As a fellow international fan, started supporting in 98. I understand the NLD rivalry, but I can't feel it. Genuinely despise United and Chelsea with passion, not really Spurs. Why is that different for you? Big up Wabajog. Probably because if you've been supporting Arsenal since 98, y'all's direct rivals are more closely united, and then Chelsea's had the most success out of all the 3 of us since probably 98, you could say. So it makes sense why you would hate them more, because we have a title charge in 2016. We went to a Champions League final in 2018 and 2019. That's kind of really all that we've done. So since 98. No, we won a Carling Cup in 2008, but since 98, that's really more or less all that we've done. So it makes sense that you wouldn't have this burning hatred, unless it's just like, I mean, I feel like fuck Arsenal because it's just something about it. I'm tribal like that. I'm real primitive. I'm tapped into my Neanderthalic roots, which is when I see that fucking badge, it just makes me like, at least this badge, it's not all red. The Gooner from New Zealand says, big up Jacob. You deserve better than Spurs. I deserve Spurs to be better. That's what I'm going to say, because I love my club. I wouldn't change it. I've been supporting for too damn long. If I based my fandom off of trophies and success, I love the club for a reason. It's been a long journey, but it's the hope that kills you that one day we will be a better club. And we're trending like we're trying to slightly try to anyway. Do you take Goretzka to Tottenham? I mean, yeah. Wait, how old is he now? He's probably old now. He probably wouldn't. They probably wouldn't. Please get Davies out of my club. Yes, yes, yes. Wow, it's crazy we still have Ben Davies. It's like, literally Christ said, I'm the way, the truth, and the light. You know, Jesus Christ did say that. If you believe in that said religion. I'm not trying to talk religion on YouTube, I promise. But it does. This is why when I hear people say, oh, I speak truth, I say this and no one else will. It's like, yeah, David Koresh did say that too. Jim Jones literally verbatim said those same things. And it's just like, it's just an ego thing. I think it's people want to be like, I'm the only one. It's like, bro, we are not that special. We really aren't. I mean, hey, you're as special as you want to feel. Fuck it. Billy G, big up. Was that Chelsea? It's blue. Well, big up Billy G. That's the new name in the chat. How much will Van de Veen cost, Jacob? If you're trying to buy him, 250 million minimum. Big up T, big up bro, up the Alamo. Hey, talking to me nicely. I like that, all right? If you can remember the Alamo, you can remember to hit a like and subscribe. And if you don't understand the Alamo reference, I truly am sorry.
I'm really, really, really sorry. I didn't realise that it was... I'm sorry.
Why are you laughing? It's not a funny situation. You're supposed to be apologising.
I'm not.
Luke Skywalker truth. I don't know what that means. Truth is always... Yeah. That was a weak ass punch, bro. I'm telling you. I'm trying to catch up in the chat here. But I obviously want to make y'all feel like, hey, I ain't forget about y'all. Because when I have guests, I do forget about the chat a little bit. What is truth? Pontius Pilot. Come on now. Big up DYT. He don't want to, or you cut him loose. He don't want to, or you cut him loose. Big up Kismayo. That's a new name in the chat. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm so far behind in the chat. Sorry. I would love to rebuttal it with something. How did you feel when Bayern beat Arsenal in UCL? I loved it. It was actually, my daughter was born, and then the next day that game came on, and y'all beat them in the Champions League. It was very nice. So thank you for that. That was my daughter's first match, was Arsenal losing. Eric Dyer masterclass. Never thought I would have seen the day. But hey, blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then. You know, when you're running off of a lot of adrenaline, it's like, do it, sir. Do it. Wait, do what? Mia son mia, we are who we are. We are who we are. That sounds like yeah, German dogs are great. My wife loves German Shepherds. That's her favorite breed of dog. Howdy, Jacob. Hope you and the family are doing well. And how's Chewy? Big up Milton Nobrega. Chewy's well. He's asleep. He didn't hear any of that, but he'll say thank you someday. I liked Michael. I first commented on your stream when you first started under a different name. Good guy. I first commented on your stream when you first... Oh, under a different name. Spursicus. You were a different name. Oh, you've got an alias now. I wonder who you could be. Because, you know, back in... Like, Michael was a part of the channel for, like, the first 9 or 10 months, about a year. And then he stopped. And he was a part of the channel from the beginning until, like, right around 1K subs. And then he left. And then 3,000 people subscribed since he left. And it's like, most of the people don't know who Michael is. But you're one of the OGs. If you know who Michael is, then you've been supporting the channel for a fucking long time. That's what that means. So big up Spursicus. Won a League Cup in 99 as well. Oh, is that's true. I just think about the FA Cup in 91. Fuck Arsenal. Because, you know, fuck Arsenal. Yeah, come on now. Tottenham fans will never get rid of Levy. They're too middle class and comfortable. I mean, they're enjoying themselves at that stadium, and how could they not? It's fucking state of the art, baby. He needs Spurs to improve. I really do. Spurs fans are the hardest core because we know the problems and we're still here. You can never question a Spurs fan's loyalty. I'll tell you that, because they're loyal to a fault, some would say. The truth is that Ainge has won trophies everywhere he's been. So did Conte and so did Jose. So that's not really an argument we could use to bolster my man Ainge. But you know what we could use to bolster my man Ainge? Propaganda. There you go. There you go. How Eric Dyer got sold quicker than Davies. Actually, if I had to, I always said if I had to pick out of one of them to keep, it would be Ben Davies. Gretzka's been average for a while. Yeah, I don't watch much of the Bundesliga, I'll be honest. Y'all are talking to each other. What did you think about when Arsenal fans were actually praying for Spurs to win against Man City? It was crazy, but what was even worse was Spurs fans wanting to lose, in my opinion. I went on, like, I for 2 weeks wanted us to lose, and then I flip-flopped at kickoff, Michael. Just a little inside info. Like, for 2 weeks, I was like, yeah, man, you know, I hope he plays the kids. I hope we go out there, you know, fuck Arsenal was the mood. But genuinely, you can go back and check the tape and ask anyone who knows me since then, or anyone who's watched the channel since that moment specifically. I felt real guilty. As soon as I saw Son, the broadcast cuts to Son, and he's leading the line, and City's there too. They're walking out, and I'm watching Son lead the line of Tottenham coming out to the stadium, and I was just like overwhelmed with guilt. Like, how the fuck could I have wanted us to lose? How dare I? Like, why did I do this? And then I was just like, I hope we win. I was gutted when Son missed that. Son never misses that, especially against City. So to me, that fucking sucked. And to me, we also could have made Champions League. As much as I didn't want Champions League last year, we still could have gotten it because Villa lost that week. So really, for me, kind of, the Arsenal fans, one thing, I don't really want to care or comment on how Arsenal fans operate. I will point and laugh, however. But for me, what was more embarrassing was the Tottenham fans being like, I'm City till July, and then they complained in June when we extended Timo Werner. That the math ain't mathin' for me. Because if you said I'm City till July, and in June you're like wham about Timo Werner, sir, worry about what Manchester City are doing. You're still on loan. But anyway, big up Mel Knight TV. How you doing? Would you take Danny Olmo? Hell yeah, I would take Danny Olmo. Big up. Of course I would take me some Danny Olmo. There he is. The Bayern view is still here. There he is. Let me give him that mod. There. Boom. There we go. Big up the Bayern view. Hit me up. We'll sort that thing out. Also, I don't know what I was gonna say. There's another point, but I just forgot. My fault. As an Arsenal fan of 28 years, I never hate Spurs. Used to love the football they always played back in the days, but now I don't like them. It's because some new Spurs fans here in America. Yeah, Kismayo, that's, yeah. You probably, I'll be honest, you probably wouldn't like me when I'm on multi-panel streams. I'm not as composed as I am. I'm a little bit more, I'm tame here. I try to bring to this channel what Michael brought with like a sense of calm and like structure and planning and foresight and thought. And whenever I'm a guest on someone else's channel or I'm out there on multi-panel channels with like other fans of other clubs, I'm as shameless as they come. I'll be honest. Motherfuckers hate me. Motherfuckers hated me the first 10 games of the season, I promise. What is love? Some say love, it is a river. Are we going to have a meltdown after one friendly? Yes, Wilton. Yes, Wilton. What breed is Chewy? We adopted him. He's a mix of Labrador and Pitbull. and we adopted him. He's a mix. Big up. 3 questions I need to ask you, Jacob. Which player made you fall in love with football? Who is your favorite player of all time? And who would you say is the definition of skill in football? Who made me fall in love with football? It wasn't a player. It was my mother. I've been playing it since I've had memories. So that's thanks to her. So big up to her for that. My favorite player of all time, I like to say it's obviously Heung-min Son now, but whenever people say Messi or Ronaldo, I always say Zlatan. And it's great because I was watching a stream with some famous streamer, Speed Stream or whatever his name is, Speedster. I Show Speeds. He did a stream with Zlatan. So it came up on my algorithm, and I was like, oh, I'll check this out. And I was watching. It was actually kind of funny. And whenever he said Messi or Ronaldo, Zlatan said Zlatan. And to me, that's my fucking answer. So it just solidified he's my GOAT. So Zlatan for me is one of those. Anywhere he played, I not followed, but I definitely kept tabs on because it's just Zlatan was that guy, man. He's the guy you would like. I was stuck as a goalie, kind of a chunky boy, stuck in goal. And then you got Zlatan. He's like the fucking same. Well, I mean, I'm taller than him now, but like growing up, when I was younger and stuff, I was like, oh, Zlatan's that fucking guy. He was that guy. More votes on the poll than likes. Yes, Staffy, we do. You know how it is. You know how they like to treat me out here. Good morning, Norman. Good morning, Norman. Good morning, guys from New South Wales. Or North Southwest. New South Wales is what I'm going to go with, Norman. Big up Norman Lamont. What do you think of Timo Werner personally? I think he could be a good player for you. So Bayern FC, you are new here, so I'll tell you honestly, this player frustrates me just like Brennan Johnson. They just do all this with a whole bunch of nothing, and that frustrates the hell out of me. But as a sarcastic, satirical joke, I like to lean into Timo time. So there's a running bet that I have with a viewer. Whoever you are, I forgot who I made the bet with, so remind me. I made a bet with somebody on the channel that if Timo Werner gets 25 GA in the Premier League next year, that I got to get a Timo tat. My wife doesn't know, but I'm going to get Timo Werner tattoo if he gets 25 GA. That's how confident I am he's not, but we'll see. Maybe you're right. Again, with all this stuff, I always say it like, I hope I'm wrong. I hope for the sake of my club that Brennan Johnson is the player that some people think he can be, or that he can become the player that people think he is. And the same thing with Timo Werner. Like, he had 29 GA, I think it was, for Chelsea in his first season in the Premier League. Like, that's a good return. But do we do it now? Could he get in front of a Leipzig forward line? He couldn't. So for me, Timo Werner is not it. Doesn't excite me. The only thing I can say is I'm really thankful that we didn't buy him, and he's not going to hang around the club for 2-3 years. It's just another 12 months. It's 18 months in total. It is a little bit like he overstayed his welcome, but it's not the end of the world. I'm not that upset. But that's why I satirically lean into Timo time, because people genuinely, when they see this, they get fucking triggered. And I find it funny. People get triggered over the silliest things. They get triggered. You put up a Timo time, they get triggered. You smile on camera. They get triggered if you're smiling. I remember we lost. We got our ass whooped 4-2 to Brighton. I think it was 4-2 to Brighton. Or that time we got our ass kicked by Newcastle. And me and Kuva were on stream, which big up Kuva. I need to make sure my dog Kuva's good. I haven't talked to him actually in like a week. Maybe like 5 days. But we were just like, having a chat and talking and laughing and enjoying ourselves. And people were like, you're a disgrace to Spurs fans. You're laughing. How dare you laugh and y'all are having a party when we lose. And it's like, no, motherfucker. There's a difference between having a party when we lose and like accepting the fact that we lost while still generally being overall person who's happy in life. And like people take a happy person and they say, oh, he's happy. He is a happy clapper. And it's weird, but people do it. And, there's no rhyme or reason, but they're just going to do what they do. I'm texting Kuva right now. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Miss you. Yeah, it's been, I don't know. Yeah, it's been a minute. It's actually been like 10 days since I texted Kuva last. Anyway, big up Bayern. Where am I? Damn right. Hit them likes, yo. Come on. Mel Knight hit that TV. Big up. Do the Conte voice. Oh, you want the Conte voice, huh? You want the Conte voice for free. So, Radjet, you're not here often. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to operate on a system of faith. So, my faith is that I'm going to do the voice and I'm going to do it for free, but at the price of a like. I'm going to hope that you hit the like and subscribe. But here's the Conte, if you wanted to see it. Big up Zapur. I haven't forgotten, buddy. We're going to set this thing on fire. I just can't find a night that suits me to fucking, start a fire out here in the desert. Because it is dry and I don't want to start like a whole fire and shit. But, yeah, I got to try and do the Conte. I'm going to star this. I got to try and do it naturally. Big up. It's easier when I'm having a conversation with somebody to just do it than when I feel like I'm like doing a monologue in theater class again. And it's like, I hate it. Big up Total Eclipse. Big up Yaku. Big up Totally. I need like a Total Eclipse of the heart. That'd be cool. We can get that going for you. Yeah, I was one of your first subs. Different times back then. It's grown so much. Bless up. Bless up to you, Spursicus. Good to see you. Glad that you're still supporting the channel, man. That shows that, hey, that's a long time, Spursicus. You've been supporting. A long, long time. It's been a long, long time. Well said, Jacob. The fans still love and support Ainge. Come on now. Talk to me. They were singing his name. That was part of my favorite thing about the friendly, was hearing the fans singing, "Oh, Ainge Postecoglou." That was mint. Is that what they say in the UK? That was mint. Yeah, we do got those preseason games coming up, bro. Maybe we do like a dual watch along. We just stream it to both our channels. I do that with Staffy if during the Euros and stuff. It's pretty fun. Spurs regular season, though, I like to stream kind of solo because I go a little crazy. I might not go that crazy on preseason. Maybe I will. I don't know. It really depends how I'm feeling. Yakub, in order of 1 to 6 out of the big 6, who in America is ranked as being supported the most in your country? That's a great question. I would have to pull up the numbers on it, but I do know that Tottenham have the most official supporters clubs, but United and Liverpool are pretty dominant out here. City's growing, but it's still like not that big. So it'd probably be United, Liverpool are number 1 and number 2. All the rest are probably changing by the hour. I still miss my staff. He passed a week ago. Still missed my... Hey, big up David Shear, man. Condolences to you and the sweet baby. Your staffy. Staff for sure. Big up Jacob. Chewy in chat. Hope all are well. Yanis. Member for 6 months. Big up. Glad that you've been here for this long, my friend. Thank you so much for the support. Long time being a supporter. Where am I at? Every time I go to the start and then come back, it like messes everything up. R9, what are we talking about? Ronaldo. Werner should have never left Germany for Chelsea. That's probably fair. But to be fair, when Chelsea bought Werner initially, the first time, I was actually kind of jealous. I thought, wow, they're actually getting a beast and he's going to cook. Big up, man. Glad that you subscribed. I appreciate that. I don't know why I'm... It rained yesterday, and now that I'm used to the desert, like the humidity, it's weird. You think the humidity would like make your throat more moist, but it doesn't. Not familiar, no. Oh shit, I'm so far behind in the chat. I'm trying to catch up, y'all. Timo is a team player. He restrained himself in the friendly against Hearts because he wanted the kids to have... What a guy. You see? What a guy. Hey, RIP Chelsea old boys. Steve, big up, man. Steve was a great guy. You know, people always say like, oh, this and that about Chelsea fans. But I'll be honest. He was one of those dudes straight up like who bleeds Chelsea, who was still welcoming of a fucking Tottenham fan. So a Tottenham fan from America, no less. So big up Steve old boy, RIP Chelsea old boys. That's crazy if for anyone to say it. Second wheel, that's crazy. To say that all Australians have zero critical thinking, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't like talking about Sava if I don't have to. What Tottenham does to a shooting man. Poor Sava. I don't know what that meant. To a shooting man. What? What happened? Did I miss like everything that happened or something? Hey, Corbin texted me, said he's honored to be a moderator. What a guy. Did I miss something? What's going on? Everyone's talking about some other stream. Maybe I didn't watch. Okay, that's crazy. Like every comment has something to do with Sava. Like I didn't watch his stream if he was streaming earlier today. I didn't watch. Moist. Hey, come on, Donovan. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, it happened on Alan's stream. Nothing happened. Nothing happened and it happened. This is, bro, I don't even know anymore. That's what I'm saying. With most of this stuff, bro, I don't even know anymore. That's why it's just like, if anyone's weird, I try to just time them out. I have excellent critical. There we go. We got an Australian in the house with excellent critical thinking skills. Shout out Paul the Hotspur Hippie. He's got excellent critical thinking skills. I wasn't a part of the Time Added On stream, so I don't know what was going on. But yeah, man, I just let them do their thing, you know. Yeah, y'all are just having it out on this dude as a creator. Hey, I hope if y'all talking about me somewhere, that y'all talk about me nicely. I hope. Ainge in, come on, don't make me play the video again. But you already know where I'm at. Come on, we're all Ainge in here. Not all of us, but I am. Me specifically. Alan sort of looked like Mount as quick look, but not that much. Talking about Alan from Time Added On looks like Mount. They said he looks like Jan Vertonghen. I'm at uni learning how to do it, so I mean it's a skill of mine. Hey, big up Ren. She learned how to critically think. Come on now. The squad we're building is scary. I think that's us challenging for trophies for years. Come on, you Spurs. Sergeant Mitch. Sergeant Mitch. I don't know if I should salute or do the whole like big uppy. But that's the new name. I think the squad we are building is very, very nice. I think it's oh so sweet. We still need Ezzy and Tony. Give me Ezzy, Tony. We're cooking. We're done. And then mix in the kids with what we got. But I'm very excited as well. I don't want to also just challenge. I need to win us a trophy. Can we win a trophy next year? Bro, if we win a trophy next year, all the wham goes out the window for everybody. And I ain't hearing wham from nobody because we won a trophy. And that's something I've been wham about myself. So, Ainge rising like the cream on a cappuccino. Do you think Spurs could beat us in the preseason? Absolutely. I think Harry Kane's going to want to score versus us when he comes to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, of course. Of course. Zapur, there he is. I spoke him into existence. Zapur, we're talking about this club, these players. You can change the manager, but you can't change the club. You can't change the history of the Tottenham. These players, these club. I haven't burned it, buddy, but don't think I forgot. I can't find a good day to start a fire outside. But when I do, buddy, I'm setting that thing on fire. I'm setting it on fire. Jacob, are you interested in doing a club stream for FC 24/5 pro clubs? Yeah, I mean, that's something that Staffy and I, we play. So I might stream that pretty soon when we all link up again. But, you know, I still got to figure out this PS5 thing. Spence going to cook like Udogi. Hey, Spence was cooking for 45 minutes. I definitely want to see Spence again for 45 minutes. First, second, doesn't really matter. I'll take either. Would you take Kessa for 25 mil? Hell yes. Even though he's injured, I don't care. He is a very talented striker. And even if he misses as much time as a Giovanni Lo Celso for 25 million, he will contribute vastly more than a Giovanni Lo Celso injury-prone type player. Not obviously not positionally, but injury-wise, same thing. No, but where are the signings? It's not funny anymore, Levy. We can only hope that they're coming. I have never really met a Tottenham fan before. I'm not one of these fans that I would say I hate Tottenham. That's all for me. Michael, I think you're the one that you said you started supporting in 98, right? Arsenal I dislike, especially those 3 words. Trust the process. Oh, no, that was an Arsenal fan I was talking to. Sorry, Michael. Yeah, I fucking hate Arsenal. I'll be honest. I like Chelsea have had players over the years that I've admired. Didier Drogba is someone I've admittedly you gotta just enjoy the motherfucker when you watch him. You know what I mean? When I saw Didier Drogba, it was like, yeah, he's one of those wow, you know, type of players. When I think of Chelsea, I think of Didier Drogba, typically. Hazard was great too, but for some reason, when I think, like, I see the Chelsea badge, I think of Drogba, personally. Jacob, what's your thoughts on Kane during the Euros, though? For me, he was shocking. He was ass cheeks. He looked really bad. I know. Yep, another Sava comment. It is always good to have alternate opinions. I saw that last sentence. Always good to have alternate. It is always good to have alternate opinions. I agree with that. That is why I am subscribed to his channel. Who isn't going to take him? Edis Glab? What are you talking about? Oh, who isn't going to take Chiesa? Is that what you meant? What type of player Tottenham need in this transfer window? A Premier League striker. I hate our forward line. I'll be really honest. I cannot see a front line of Son, Solomon, and Brennan Johnson again. I don't like it. I can't see Timo Werner, Brennan Johnson, and Son. Now, what I will accept is Son, Lancashire, and Mikey Moore. But you bring in, obviously, Ivan Toney, then you got Son, Toney, Mikey Moore. Come on now. I will definitely keep Spence, wave Emerson, farewell. Goodbye, Mo. Goodbye. I'm almost caught up in the chat, I think. Michael Olise. Oh, wait. Rodney says no to Chiesa. Michael Olise would have been nice. He's already gone to Bayern, though. He's going to cook for Bayern. I think that's the Sané replacement, right? If I'm not mistaken. Richie DeSaudi would be a devastation for Spurs and morale. I don't think so, Ryan Mitchell. Why would it be devastating? What would be devastating about it? Ugh. These, like, average players, man. I just, like, Richie's average. Like, when you look at what he's done over the body of work over the last 5 years, you can kind of assume what he's going to give you. Now, if you have a Richie and a Toney, if we keep Richarlison and we still sign Ivan Toney, I'm not actually that upset because I think Richie and Toney could give you about 30 Premier League goals. I really do. And that's what we would need to replace a Harry Kane. I think they could score that much. Jacob, so shameless. He like Mickey Rourke in that movie, Wild Oats, 3 balls in the sack. I actually don't know that movie, and I'm going to hope that this is a compliment. I hate teams above us in the league. Yes, I hate them too. Why don't Spurs go for Visa or Mbuemo? I would love Ryan Mbuemo. I would love Yohan Visa. I think that's his name, Yohan. Both of them, Ryan Mbuemo is better than Werner, better than Solomon, better than Hill. Yeah, absolutely taking Mbuemo. Visa, I'd take Visa too. Don't need a visa to work in this country, baby. I mean, I think he does, but that's besides the point. He's still working already. Jacob, thank you for being my link in the USA with the mighty Spurs, while Dermot, Phillips, and Kate are my UK link. Thank you all. Big up Will McDonald. Thank you for being here, because there's been about 100 of y'all for the majority of the show. So first of all, big up to y'all. That tells me we could probably get around 100 likes on the show. Thank you so much. If you do like the video, it's free. Thank you. So Wilton, thank you. Because this is why the whole fucking channel got started in the first place. It was because I wanted to be like, I am a Spurs fan from America, and I'm fucking proud. And anywhere I go, and this is why I think I get shtick where I go, when I go on rival panel channels, and everyone's like, oh, this fucking American Tottenham fan. You know, I think why they say that is because they don't want a Tottenham fan to be proud of his club and to love his club and to show pride in his club. Maybe not be proud, because I will be honest, but I will never... It's like if you got a fat girl, right? And you're like, I'm the only one who can call her fat. Y'all can't call her fat. Only me, right? Well, when I talk about her to y'all, I'm not gonna call her fat. I'm gonna call her all the things that I think is beautiful about her. That's what I'm gonna do. That's the way I see it personally. Thoughts? No. It's on another episode. The Argentina situation on another episode. The only update to it was the confirming of Romero agreeing with Rodrigo de Paul, saying how people should react to racism. Anyone saying how people should feel about racist stuff, red flags. It's just like truth speakers. So that I don't like. And Romero retweeting it and then deleting it, I also don't like. So that's really the only update. But it is on a previous episode. I do talk about it and I show it. And Giovanni Lo Celso can fuck off, is how I feel. Giovanni Lo Celso, he's already been dead to me. You can ask anybody who's been watching the channel for more than 2 months. You know that Gio's been dead to me for years. Anyone who's watched the channel like Spurzacus for years and years. So, come on. Drogba was a beast. Yeah, Drogba was a beast, man. That's just one of those. He transcends the shirt he wears, you know. It's just, you got to admire that dude whenever he's got that ball. It's just one of them things. Same thing like Van Persie. As much as I hated that motherfucker, he, obviously. Jacob, what about Ezzy's son, Tony? Ezzy's son, Tony? Oh, yes, Ronnie. Yes, Ronnie. Now we're cooking. See, you're talking to me nicely, and that's what I like to see. Talk to me nicely. And this, Ronnie, that's talking to me nicely. Mel Knight is not, you 2/3 of the way talking to me. Kulu, no. The way I feel about Kulu is no. I thought he had good link-up play with, what's it called? With Madison in the preseason. The 1-2s. He tried to do the 1-2s and stuff with Brennan Johnson on the other side. However, Brennan Johnson was unable to be helpful in that situation. So, yeah, man. Son and Tony, fuck yeah. But Kulu, no thank you. Give me Mikey Moore. Put Kulu in the midfield somewhere. He seems to do better there anyway. And he's said the same thing, that he sees himself naturally gravitating into the central of the park. That's kind of where he wants to play. Let's go ahead and do that now. Richy to Saudi would be devastating to whatever Saudi. That's tough. No, I haven't really watched a lot of MLS this season, I'll be honest. Ever since they moved over to Apple TV, you got to pay extra and shit. No, when they were in MLS was on ESPN Plus, yeah, I'll watch it. But I ain't paying fucking $90 extra a year because, yeah. Oh, YouTube just said, I just got an email from YouTube. So you know how if you curse too much or you say, you know, too many curse words, you get limited ad monetization. So YouTube, yesterday I think Paul was calling some people the "see you next Tuesday" word, and I challenged it to see if they would still let me get ad rev on that video, and they said no. They said, after manually reviewing your video, we've confirmed it is not suitable for all advertisers. As a result, it will continue to run limited to no ads. So isn't that fantastic? Isn't that fantastic? Has there been a bid from a Saudi club? No, there has not been a bid, but Richarlison has confirmed. He checked, yes, I would be down, baby. Richie can't give you 20 plus Prem games. No, he cannot. Richie stats in EPL, not as good as Timo. That is an indictment on, well, both of them, I guess you could say. Do you take Solanke and Gnabry to Tottenham? Gnabry can fuck off. Solanke, I don't know that he's that much better than Richarlison. Like, maybe he is a little bit, but it's not significant enough for me to say, yes, Solanke, please. Ivan Toney, however, is significantly better. I mean, I feel like Lankshire's better than Richarlison, so I'd rather go with Lancashire than Solanke or Richie, honestly. Fuck them. Big up, Jacob. I'm here for the Return of the Jedi redemption storyline. I am your father. Hey, I hope he cooks. I commented, you know, Jed, for all the shit he gets on his social media, he even has, anyone can comment on his Instagram. Brennan Johnson, however, I still can't comment on his Instagram. It's interesting, huh? Smash the likes and sub. Come on now. Smash the like and subscribe. Probably not David. Americans don't care enough about soccer. Not enough Americans. Now, Zapur, you really got to work on the way you word this because you represent Americans as well. I care a whole fuckload about the sport. So to say Americans don't care enough about it is factually incorrect. Because I know a lot of Americans who care a lot more about this sport than a lot of shit in their life. A lot of important shit in their life. So that's not true. So you got to word that properly, Zapur. Enough Americans don't care about the sport. There's not enough of us that care. That's why. I'm a Chelsea fan. You are biased, but you make it obvious. You joke about it. You do talk great facts as well. I try to just big up T. I appreciate that. Again, I try to be myself, and by being myself, I have fun. And sometimes I talk about random shit, like what Mitch is talking about. I don't like big girls, but I would be lying to you if I told you, you know, when the desert's dry, baby, any water or well looks tasty. I'll put it that way. So, you know, no shame to anybody. I'll put it that way. And love everybody. That's what I would say. Be healthy and love yourself. Big up Jacob and Chewy. Big up Craig the Gecko, man. Come on now. Gio is crap. Bro, he's worse than crap. He's as bad as this guy. Truth teacher. So embarrassing. These Ainge fans can fuck right off to Australia. You are killing my club. Leave. All right, let me go ahead and do this. They'll be back with their next account very, very soon. This is, again, I'm taking a 0% policy? Zero tolerance policy. Fucking weirdos like this telling people to leave because they're Australian. Fuck you. How about that? Fuck you. Because people from Tottenham would rather have an Australian who loves their club than someone who wants to be like that truth teacher. Suck a fat one, dog. Come back with whatever burner you want. I'm going to do my best to not let you derail me, and I'll just keep banning whatever accounts you got. Kulu's better in the middle. He's too obvious on the wing. Very much too obvious. My first question to you and Michael was, are you guys Dallas Cowboys fans? Don't know why. Just naturally guess. Yeah, that's, I remember that. People would ask us that. That word isn't a swear word. What word? Kunt or Conte? Fuck him. We'll take declining Casemiro. I don't want a declining Casemiro. Why not Ollie Watkins from Villa? I would love Ollie Watkins from Villa, but he'd be about 150 million right now. Minimum. We would never spend that. Jacob, regardless of the winners, who do you think put the best performances during the Copa America? One man only. Kuti, kuti, kuti. Let's be real. Generally, Americans don't care. I do, you do, but generally they don't. Zapur, I hate overgeneralizations, and that's exactly what you're doing. You know me very well. You know I hate it when people say, oh, let's just put that all in this one box, that one size fits all. One size doesn't fit all. When they have a hat, and I'm getting triggered because of hats, because you get hats and that aren't the hats that aren't snapbacks, and they'll be like, oh, one size fits all. No, motherfucker, it doesn't. My head is bigger than everybody's head. I need a big fucking hat. So I hate generalizations, Zapur, and you're literally doing that with Americans, because just because you don't know a lot of Americans who care doesn't mean that there aren't Americans who fucking care as much as us. Like, you and I care, yes. To say the general... Sure, a large percentage don't, yes, but I know a fuck ton who do, and there's ones who tune in here who do, and then there's ones who casually do, and there's ones who are still who are open-minded to it. Like, it is a fluid situation, and so by generalizing, you're also then closing the door on someone who's like, maybe I do want to look into that, and then it's like, oh, well, no one really cares anyway. Like, okay, well, then I don't care. To me, it's more inviting to say, we can, we should, and we might, baby. We might. Speaking of might, Benito Sotelo with the super chat. I might skip the chat and jump on up to this question. What did it take till the City Spurs game to see how defeatist our fans are? Why did it take till the City versus Spurs game to see how defeatist our fans are? I'm a newer supporter, and even I know how cucked this fan base is. Big up, brother. Big up, Benito. Bro, the cuckery was insane. I'm not going to lie to you, Benito Sotelo, my friend. It was weird, dog. It was weird. Like, I sympathize in a sense, because like I said, for 2 weeks, I was like, play the kids. We should lose. And then Ainge was like, I'm offended that someone said we should play the kids. And then I was like, huh. Wonder why he said that. And then I saw Son right before kickoff, and I said, wow, I'm a fucking asshole. I'm a dickhead. So, you know, I think it'd be hypocritical of me to say, like, I can't understand. And I literally did say I can't understand earlier. So I do want to walk back that and say I can, because I was too there in that cuckery. But I left before the, like, actual cucking began, so to speak, if that makes sense. But big up Benito. That was a lot of cuck talk. But look, it was, I get it. I get it. I just don't agree with it. I may have for 2 weeks, but I don't anymore, because again, when I saw Son, it's just like, bro, how could I ever root for Son to lose? That's never been me, and it's never going to be me. But I was right there. I'll be honest. Lancashire Moore, where was I? Lancashire Moore need a big up Benito though. Appreciate you beginning for the $10 dono, $10 US. Big up for that, my friend. Lancashire Moore will need a loan, preferably to a top 6 champion side, bottom half Prem side, to get grips with the physicality, because this Prem ain't no joke, bro. Yes, you're right, but I'd rather them than Hill, Werner, Johnson. That's just where I'm at. Jacob, I was asking about the state of the pitches for the upcoming World Cup, as there were complaints about them. Oh, y'all don't like turf. I hear you don't like turf. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Probably someone else who could better tell you. That's just what makes us cooler than other Americans. Well, that's true. There's only one Australian Spurs YouTuber, and he's not even Australian. Paul's not Australian? What are you talking about? I'm an Aussie, and I have more knowledge than most English people about Spurs. Big up Milton Nobrega. Don't let anyone tell you because of your GPS location that you can't do this or that. The fans still back Ainge. They are losing. Leave your on stream was... Is that the request? I don't know what you're talking about. Aussies are loyal to their club no matter what. Yes. And again, another thing that they like to say about Paul, and by them I mean the fucking weirdos, they like say, oh, you're only a fan because Ainge is here. Bro, Paul's been supporting Spurs since before I was born, and I am no spring chicken. That's a long fucking time. Who do you prefer? Goncalo Ramos, Nicholas Fulcraig, Gearcase, Patrick Schick, or Alexander Isak? Out of all of these names, I would take Isak. If it's price, out of these names, Isak is the best, in my opinion. 100%. No doubt in my mind about that. The people were doing the pause. That's, yeah, no. I try to forget that era of our fans. I don't like shitting on our fans, but I think it's necessary sometimes. Yeah, it's true. It's just, I mean, yeah, maybe I should poo-poo on my own self, because I, too, for the days leading up, wanted us to lose. Are you a fan of the USA national team, Jacob? I was, and then I wasn't, because of Greg Berhalter. He's a domestic violence abuser, allegedly. It's not alleged because there's fucking evidence of it, but allegedly. But now that he's no longer the manager of U.S. men's national team, I'm very proud to say I can support the red, white, and blue again. Get Evan Nilsson off Porto. He's underrated. I haven't heard much about Evan Nilsson. How much do you think he would cost? I thought he was English. I thought he was both. Oh, it was in regards to the troll saying leave. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Goodbye, bro. Bye. Bye. Will Reguilon come back to Tottenham? I hope. I mean, he is back technically right now. Like, he is there now, so he's forever a part of us. Huh? Let's see what other bookmarks I've got here for y'all. There's this kid, if you haven't heard of him. I never have. Tottenham won the race to sign West Ham's talented attacking midfielder and winger, Kyron Thompson. All of the big six were interested per the secret scout. I don't know who this kid is, but he's got a whole bunch of photos of him looking like really serious. So like maybe he's good. I don't know. I saw this as well about Archie Gray. Staff around the club and the first team setup have spoken about Archie Gray's friendly nature, with him even going to instinctively do many things that were expected of him as a youngster at Leeds, like putting away cones after training, only to be told that he doesn't need to do that, which is weird because let him remain humble. Let that humility remain in the young man. Let's not spoil him and make him think that he's bigger than, you know, the shoes he's wearing. I don't know. And then also, speaking of children, Tyrese Hall. If this is the real Tyrese Hall on Twitter, I don't know. I am following him. But he was doing a little bit of, during his summer break in June, he returned to his primary school to donate some signed Spurs football shirts, Nike footballs, other memorabilia, raffle, yada, yada. What a guy. Honestly, Tyrese Hall's a beast. I liked seeing him in the second 45 as well. He does his job so well, you forget that he's there, kind of a player. So would like to see some more of him as well. Let's see. I would, in regards to loaning these young players, was it Sergeant Mick or Sergeant Mitch who said it? I don't remember. About loaning Lancashire and Moore. I would rather keep Lancashire and Moore, but I would like to see Tyrese Hall loaned to Ipswich maybe. Let Tyrese Hall be loaned to Bournemouth, Forest, one of those type that are going to try and stay up, you know, Palace are looking at Sessegnon. Apparently he's on trial there. Mikey Moore, oh, we already talked about that. I saw this talking about center back partnerships. I want to talk about it, but maybe I'll save that for another day. I already talked about Bayern. More fluff. This is obviously got to be some fluff. 67,000 followers for this guy. But he says Spurs are yet to follow up their interest in Eze, who would cost around 70 mil. Reguilon as Destiny backup? No, not for me. No, thank you. Thank you, but no thank you. Would rather sell. I don't like players who twerk for other clubs who are in direct competition with my club. So he can go. He can bye-bye. Maybe we'll talk about center backs on another show, because this is already an hour 48. I'll probably... Let me make sure I don't have anything else I want to bring up. You can just look live here on air with me. Alistair Gold also said it's understood for the past week or so in training with the first team that Will Lancashire has been the most impressive center forward of the group. Again, the young man that I'm hoping gets more minutes. I want to see him start. I was supposed to do fucking QPR preview. Oh, dang it, man. That sucks. Kind of ran out of time, so we'll do a quick one instead. QPR. Well, I guess I kind of previewed like what I would want to see. Fuck, that doesn't really help this. I'll go to the Hearts so we can see all the players we had. So for the starting 11, what I'm changing, keep Brandon Austin. That's fine. Pedro Porro, yes, keep him in there. Center backs, if we're going to keep Oliver Skip as a center back for the preseason and let him see what he can do there, I guess. Let me see Calvin Phillips in there for Archie Gray at center back. Jamie Donnelly at left back, I guess, or what? I don't know what's going on with that. But again, like I said with Jamie Donnelly at left back, he's primarily an attacking midfielder. So all the positions he's occupying as an inverted fullback in this Ainge system are all the same positions that a fucking attacking midfielder occupies. So it's not like he's going to be fish out of water. So I'd like to see Jamie Donnelly given another go there. Why not? Let's see if we could force him into this team. But my center backs, I'm going with Calvin Phillips, and then maybe we have an actual center back who can return. I don't know. In the midfield, I'm changing. Like I liked what Yves Bissouma was doing. He was picking up the ball and carrying it forward more, so I really did enjoy that. But maybe Bissouma, Archie, Madison, or I wanted to say Bergvall in here for some reason, but you know, let's let Bergvall cook in the second half again. I don't know what I want, but I would like to see Archie and Bergvall together, and let's just see what they could do. With maybe James Madison in there in the midfield, and then the front three, like I said, Heung-min Son on the left wing, and then Lancashire as our striker, And at the right wing, I want to see Mikey Moore. That's what I want. That's what I would hope our lineup looks like. Now, I guess it's good that the preview's short because I don't really know a whole bunch about fucking QPR. I'll be real honest. Because here's my anecdote that no one reminded me to remind y'all of. But I'm going to go ahead because I just remembered. So my QPR anecdote was before my complete understanding of the English Premier League and the Barclays and the way that it was all structured and shit. My brother and I were like, oh, look, the Queen's Park Rangers are playing this weekend. And we thought that there was genuinely like here in America, if it's a national forest or natural or like a world national park, I think that's national park. They've got park rangers like Yogi Bear. He was a bear. It was a cartoon. He's like, you know, fucking with the national park people. But anyway, those are rangers. And so whenever we saw Queen's Park Rangers are playing, both of us just assumed they were like the dudes with khakis wearing the like safari outfit and shit. So it was quite funny. So when I think of Queen's Park Rangers, I think of Yogi the Bear and I think of park rangers. I think of dorky looking khakis. So my prediction is you can't really predict anything this preseason because I didn't think Skip and Gray were going to play as center backs and Jamie Donnelly as a left back. I'll be real honest. So when it comes to the 11, you just don't know. But when it comes to the scoreline, I do. Hey, if Emerson touches the pitch, we'll probably concede at least one. So I'm going to go with a 3-1. Probably not a 5-1 because, you know, QPR is a little bit of a step up from Midlothian Hearts. But no disrespect. I just think we won't score as much. But I think we're still going to score. I think we're still going to win. I will be doing a watch-along, y'all. Come on now. I'm going to be doing a watch-along tomorrow morning. I'm waking up fucking early for a preseason watch-along now. So I'm going to redirect. I'm going to make sure there's no one live. I'm going to redirect to my watch along. So if you're here right now listening, at the end of this video, it's going to send you to the watch along that is tomorrow. Hit a like or don't. I mean, most people probably won't, but that's okay. Big up, David. I see your text. Big up, David. As my dog is hacking up a lung. I'm trying to keep this under 2 hours. But look, watch along tomorrow. I'll be live about 30 minutes before kickoff. I'll watch it. We'll yell. We'll laugh. We'll cry. All the fun stuff. Maybe this will be the move.
Is that who you really wanted? You sure about that?
Sure about that? This QPR right here. Not done. Grabbing QPR.
Dun, 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 dun. There he is, bitch.
There he is, bitch. Yeah, love that clip. Oh yeah, R.I.P. Ray Liotta. Yeah, of course. R.I.P. Ray Liotta, man. Cocaine Bear, never forget. I'm just kidding. He did way more than Cocaine Bear. But anyway, y'all, I'm going to leave the stream there. I've got more bookmarks and stuff, but I'll save them for next time. Or maybe we'll talk about them at halftime. I don't know. But anyway, look, if you've been here the whole time or a short time, you were sent here by someone, know that they trusted you to help me get to 5K. So help us out here. Help us get to 5K. And for those of you that went above and beyond the free things, like liking and subscribing to the video, big upside dancer, member for 9 months, David Shear, member for 9 months. A user, double donation, double sponsorship, baby, talk to me. Giannis Rubles with the 6-month chat, and Benito Sotelo rounding us out with the $10 dono. Appreciate you, Benito, my friend. Thank you so much. You never know. Maybe I'll be live at some point with a FIFA stream. I'll talk to Staffy, maybe Staffy X Jacob FIFA stream tonight. I don't know. Hit the notification bell. Maybe not tonight. Maybe tomorrow night. Maybe this weekend. I don't know. But you got to hit the notification bell or else you're never going to find out. But those will be fucking toxic and mayhem and all the fun stuff you look for. So as always, folks, this last bit is for you. I want you to stay blessed, stay fresh, up the lads, and come on, you Spurs. Come on, Chewy. Should I throw something at Joey? Joey. Is a Joey. Tune in tomorrow. Come on.
Richy.